Well, good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? To nobody's surprise whatsoever, we're going to be playing more Morrowind tonight, but I have a special guest, and we're going to do a little bit of a sound test real quick. I need y'all to tell me if you can hear this gentleman. He's going to be speaking up and piping up here momentarily. Phil, are you there? Can they hear you? Let's find out. Philly, are you there? Oh, hold on real quick. Oh, boy.
Hey everybody, I'm so excited.
All right.
Excited to be here for some Morrowind action.
So I hope you all can hear Philly. I don't know whether you can or not. So, chat, if you can hear Phil, please let me know. We're going to do a little something interesting tonight. So, I am what you would call a professional Morrowind player. Okay, you can hear Phil. Okay, they can hear you, buddy. We're go. So, I am going to be teaching Phil the basics of playing Morrowind, and we're going to get him kind of hooked by proxy on the game. So what Phil's going to be doing is Phil is going to be in the driver's seat, and me, a professional Morrowind player, not that you can fucking tell by some of the gameplay I exude, but I am, in fact, a professional Morrowind player. I am going to be playing and following Phil's directions. And we will just go from there. Other than that, it's going to be the same kind of chill chat we always have, and let's get this fucking show on the road, shall we? So it looks like Brooke Barnes is drawing first blood. She says hello. She says, yes, she can hear you. Welcome in, Brooke. And the Cave Reaper says, lots of Oblivion remake screenshots released. Looks really good. I wish they'd remaster Morrowind, too. I do not. Be careful what you wish for on that, because it looks good. But we'll have to see what they did balance-wise on Oblivion. So I'm not going to say it's bad. I never like to prejudge a game. But let's just say that over time I have lost confidence in Bethesda to do anything well. So that doesn't mean that they can't come out of nowhere and throw another fucking banger out there. But before I trust them with my baby, they're going to have to prove it with whatever they did with this Oblivion thing. So as of right now, I am tentatively still a hashtag hands-off Todd when it comes to Morrowind. But let's give them a chance. Let's let them cook, right, Cave Reaper? I'm always for letting people cook. So, all right, we're just going to hop to this, and oh no, oh boy, it did the thing. So we're going to have to so actually, guys, going to have to deal with a little bit of a black screen real quick. God damn it, it did the thing. Oh, so no, it's nothing bad. It's nothing bad. What happened is it loaded my whenever I click on the Morrowind game, it literally locks me in. And the only way to get locked out, to say if it placed the window in the middle of my screen bar, which is not an ideal way to play or experience the game, I got to exit out and go back in. But that's not a problem. So it'll just be a brief black screen real quick. And I'm just going to go in. I'm going to relaunch the fucking game again. And hopefully we have better luck this time. And we're just going to play. And let's see where that window pops up. It needs to pop up right in the middle. There it goes, right in the middle of the goddamn screen, right there. That's what we want to see. All right.
You know what this black screen reminds me of?
What's it remind you of?
The endless void of depression about the Switch 2 launch.
Oh my God, you had to go there. Oh. You had to fucking go there. Well, yeah, it's, I don't know, at this point, like, it seems like we're just kicking the poor kid when he's down. But
yeah, that's true.
Honestly, fuck them, because they deserve it. I'm not gonna say they don't deserve it. So
y'all want to hear more about that? You can come to my YouTube channel. I got plenty of videos for you to
Phil is cooking. Over. Yeah, if you want to hear about the Switch 2 and all of its ailments, Phil is cooking. But I don't know what the fuck is going on with this tonight. Of course, it wouldn't be a zoo stream if there wasn't some kind of fucking bullshit going on. So, it's not one. There it goes. Okay, and boom, just like that. Boom, there it is. Okay. Beautiful. Alright, so let my fucking 1,000 mods load. And in the meantime, aside from, beating on the Switch 2, what have you been up to, Philly?
Well, went to church tonight. And mom made some Swedish meatballs to take and a
Swedish
peanut
meatballs
butter
are always
Reese's
good.
chocolate cake, which was delicious. Other than that, I just been chilling. Tomorrow I have to go to the city and try to swap out this phone. Might stop at Red Robin's. I haven't been there in several years, but man, did I love their burgers and their shakes.
Oh, Red Robin's good. Red Robin's good shit. They got some crazy ass burgers. What
The
the
tower
fuck?
of onion rings, the endless steak fries. I mean,
What is
you can't
this?
go wrong.
Expression error. TRB7 Count Telvanni Hortator. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, what is going on? Oh no.
Oh man,
Did the newest update for Narcissus bork my game? Let's try that again.
this is it's like, hey, Phil joins and like
yeah, Phil is
oh,
single-handedly crashing the fucking stream. Which is fine. We'll just disable Narcissus. That's all that'll be. We'll just disable, or I might have to come back after I update Tamriel data if it's a Tamriel data problem. But yeah, yikes, that's not good.
Did Todd Howard hack your computer and fill it with a bunch of like glitches and problems? Like,
Yeah, it might have been little Todd. Might have been little Todd. You know, you know how that little guy is. So Brooke said, I just thought about something I was thinking about the other day that I wanted to tell you about. Zoo, what we got? Yeah, tell us a story. It's not like we got plenty of time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's having a little bit of a hard time. Having a little bit of a hard go at things right now. Which is what happens when you do daily fucking updates for the newest Narcissus builds. That's partly my fault, I feel like, but that's okay. We'll just disable Narcissus. We're not going to be going there anyway today.
Start quoting Captain Picard from the Starship Enterprise right now. Space, the final frontier. Look at this endless black void.
Okay, initializing data. See if that was a one-off real quick. Sometimes
I really like the hand-drawn artwork they have for the menus and such.
So that's all done
by really nice.
Yeah, that's all. Most of that is all done originally by Michael Kirkbride, who's kind of the mad genius who was one of the key writers for Morrowind. So Ken Ralston was kind of he was the lead writer, but a lot of the batshit insanity in Morrowind, like the 36 Lessons of Vivek, and some of the more esoteric religious lore and scripture and dogma was all penned by Michael Kirkbride. And he also did these drawings. All right, here we go. So
it kind of reminds me of it.
New game.
It reminds me of the drawings for the Lord of the Rings books.
Yeah. Kinda, yeah. Yep, okay. Yep. So, we're going to have to... So, something they did when they updated Tamriel Rebuilt has absolutely borked this. Because there it is right there. TR Elda Hortator script Count Telvanni Hortator. So, that tells me that might not even be Narcissus. Sadly, that might possibly be Tamriel Data. And if it's Tamriel Data, we got bigger problems. But let's proceed. Yeah, because I know they're getting ready to merge. That's the problem with all this. And here I am still fucking around right before the fucking merge happens, right? Like a dumb fuck. Let's see here, TR Narcissus. So we'll knock that out. And of course, your first experience with Morrowind is going to be not getting the mods to work properly. So I will tell you, Phil, you're right at home. You're fucking right at home because that's something you're going to have to go through at times. So and
how many mods do you have going right
now? I think over 500 at least, but I'm not sure. I haven't counted. I'm a madman, Philly. I'm a madman with this game. But keep in mind, that's a mod list that has been curated over almost a decade now. Brooke Barnes says, I was thinking about the last time I got really dressed up for something in my life when we were talking about dressing up for stuff. Yeah, it's every once in a while, people need to get out of the house and dress up and put on their finest finery. Absolutely, Brooke. But what specific, we got a specific story in mind? Because I would love to hear it. Because, being dressed to the nine, you just feel better, right? You just feel good put that watch on. You get that suit knot, that suit knot just tied perfectly. Feels good. Feel like $1,000,000. Let's see. Said high school prom. Ah, yeah, prom is a pretty pivotal moment. Prom's a lot of fun. I remember my prom. Yeah, that was
the only time I really got dressed up was the proms.
Oh, you got to get dressed up for prom. Got to.
It's funny, like the junior prom I went to was more nice than my own senior prom.
That was
I
our
thought my
experience too.
senior
That must be a
prom,
small town thing, because I grew up in a town called Pleasant Plains, and yeah, they pulled out all the stops for like the junior high prom, but then you get to your prom in high school, and it's
your
like, okay.
prom, and it's like it sucks.
It's like, yeah, it doesn't suck, but it wasn't to the nines like
Well, mine sucked. I thought mine was sucky.
yours
really
was sucky suck.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna go to a new game. We're gonna try this one more time. Please work. That's not a good sign. Yeah, that pause, that pregnant pause, is not a good sign. Might be a short-lived one tonight. But we know your audio works, Phil, so we know we can do this now. But give me some time. Now, the longer the pregnant pause goes on, the more confident I get. So right now, I'm going from like, I don't fucking know about this. Now all of a sudden, I'm like, okay, I think it's going to fucking work.
I love how the water and everything just freezes. It's like everything's just frozen. It's like,
Well, I'll have to let TR Team know that whatever they did on the most recent Narcissus update fucking broke shit. Like, it's fucking broken on the player end.
Looks like things are loading.
But hey, but disclaimer, it's not publicly available yet. Okay, guys? So just understand, it's not ready. It's not public ready yet. So you're not supposed to be able to play it.
They have taken you from the Imperial City's prison.
Little bit of setting the table for you, Phil.
And now by boat. To the east, to Morrowind. Fear not, for I am watchful. You have been chosen.
This opening cutscene, all this redness and swamp. It's like you're in Freddy Krueger's like basement or something.
Here. Why are you shaking? Are you okay? Wake up.
Now, I am going to limit your options because this is your first game of Morrowind, Philly. So I'm going to limit your options here. Choose a race, okay? So we're going to kind of thumb through the races. And I'm going to give you some advice as we make a character here. So I guess my first question for you is, what kind of character do you want to play?
Okay, let me look. Oh my gosh, there's a monkey. You can be a freaking monkey. There's a Khajiit. I know what Khajiits are. Gosh, there's tons of there's tons of races. Let's see. Ogres.
Well, no ogre, but there's orcs. There's orcs and Malak orcs. Now, I do not recommend Malak orc for the first time because they're twice as big as other characters and they have a hard time fitting in things. Not all these races are playable. There's also a hill giant race that is literally unplayable, but so I took it out of my particular mod. But there is a hill giant race that you can technically play as too. You can't do anything with it because it's 10 feet fucking tall.
Whatever.
Well, that would be the let's see. So that'd be the Keptukwe, I think. Nope, Chimeri Quay.
There's like one of the top ones.
So that's a Chimeri Quay. So the Chimeri Quay, to give you a little bit of lore dump. Chimeri Quay are they are Chimer, and we'll get more into what that is as the lore goes on. So the Chimer left the Somerset Isles, and they went to Morrowind. They were part of that initial batch of people, but they continued to follow Veloth. Instead of ending the pilgrimage in Necrum, they went further to the east, out to sea. And so they live on these giant flotilla ships, basically. So they live on these giant floating islands, basically, made up of ships.
That's cool.
Yeah, very, very cool
Kind of
people.
reminds me of Skies of Arcadia. I want to go with that.
You're
I
going to go
think
with,
I'm good
okay,
with
so
that.
you're going to
That's
be a
cool.
Chimera K. Okay, and so here's your powers. So you look at your skills, and this is going to be important. So Mercantile, Speechcraft, Mysticism, Conjuration, Acrobatics, and Axe, okay? So you want to take a look at those skills, because you're going to want to at least keep those in mind when we get to your actual class build, okay? Now keep in mind also that at least at this time, you've got Resist Shock 50%, 15% Resist Magicka. You'll be able to summon a ghost if you want. You've got a 25% weakness to Blight Disease since you didn't stay in Morrowind. And you've got a power called the Spirit of K, which absorbs 25% personality and also calm. So basically, it's a way to talk to people easier if they're being assholes to you. So it's kind of a persuasion build. They're kind of built more toward persuasion than magic or combat. But they do have a strong mysticism, which means you'll be able to absorb health, which is great. That's a really, really good attack avenue.
I like the idea that it can summon a ghost and
Yep.
use the ghost to attack people or something.
Okay, so this is what you've settled on right here.
Yeah, can you swap out those powers or do things?
Nope.
Or?
Those are racial bonuses. So
You
get
get
all
to
that.
put some extra. You get to put some extra stats or whatever into your character. Or?
Yeah, that's coming up. Yeah, coming up. So also, what kind of hair we like?
Okay, let me see.
You got mohawk, like hat hair, ponytail guy.
I'm gonna go with the mohawk.
All right.
I like the mohawk.
And you've got sword, tattoo face, or tattoos across forehead, under eyes guy.
Okay, let's see. I kind of like that one. The tattoos under the eyes guy.
Okay.
I like his face all tatted out.
All right.
Cool.
So what kind of character are you looking at playing? Are you wanting to play a more combat, stabby character? Or you want to play a more magic-oriented character? Or are you wanting to gear toward a little bit of a mix?
Well, I do like the idea they could summon stuff.
Okay.
I'd like to focus a little bit on that.
So a little focus on summoning. Okay, summoning critters and weapons
summoning
and stuff.
And magic stuff. But I mean, if he has to fall back on a weapon because he runs out of magic, that isn't so bad.
Sounds good.
Put a little bit.
With that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and make a build for you that I think you're going to like.
Okay.
We'll go strength, we'll go endurance, and we'll go willpower. That's going to help you defensively, and it's going to help with some of the skills we're going to pick. For main skills, we're going to pick axe, because remember, they're kind of skilled in the axe, right?
Yeah.
We'll go light armor.
Oh, wow. You get to choose everything you want to do.
Yes. Yeah. We'll do...
It'd be bad if you screwed this up and you'd have a crappy character.
Oh, you can... And that's why I'm trying to teach you. Can you? Let's do Speechcraft, because you had a good bonus in that. Mysticism, because you had a good bonus in that. And those are going to be our primary attack vectors. And Conjuration, because you said you wanted to kind of specialize in conjuration magic. So we're going to go that. Now, in terms of here...
I like the idea of being lazy and having monsters and creatures do the fighting for you.
Yeah.
So we'll do my job, minion.
Okay. So we'll go... for other powers, it's always kind of good to have a block skill a little bit, just in case you want to have a shield. We'll do mercantile. We'll do athletics. We'll do acrobatics. And we'll do either enchant or alchemy. Are you more interested in enchantments or potion making, Phil?
See, what's the difference between enchant and alchemy?
So enchantments allow you to make items that are powerful, like magic items. Potions allow you to make things that can either up your stats or health potions or magic potions, etc. by gathering ingredients. So one, you're soul trapping things in order to put their essence in magic items. So by using soul trap.
Oh yeah.
The
I've
other is
never
you're
did
gathering
that.
ingredients to make potions.
Well, seeing as we're going to be conjuring creatures, it's probably going to take a lot of magic or whatever. We probably should do enchantments so that we have enough magic to offset that. So I'm going to go with the enchantments.
All right.
Because you can still do some potion stuff regardless. So it's not like that should be a focus. You're starting out with conjuration magic. You need to be able to enchant. That makes sense to me.
So now, because you've chosen a magic build, there's several different signs you can pick to up your ante here. But I'm going to suggest a few things to you, okay? Since you picked a magic-based build. So the one that I'm going to suggest is the Mage Stones. Mage is going to give you a Fortify Intelligence 10 points, and also going to Fortify Maximum Magicka 0.9, so it's going to give you more magic to work with. The Mage of Secunda is going to give you resistances on Shot, Frost, and Fire, which makes you more tanky for spells. And also, once per day, you'll be able to raise all of your magic stats by 25% for 60 seconds, and also gives you a Fortify Intelligence, Fortify Willpower, but doesn't give you any extra magicka. So there's one option. The other option is going to be the Atronach. Atronach doubles your magicka pool based on your intelligence. Doubles your magicka. But you can't recover magic by sleeping. You have to use potions. You have to absorb the magic through shrines. You cannot get your magic back by sleeping. However, it also gives you any magic attacks that come against you. 50% of the time you'll absorb the magic into yourself and get more magic. So it also, and no damage is done to your character. So that's just,
I think I like that one.
Spell Absorb, it's pretty broken. Okay, so we're going to go to the Atronach.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, and then we're going to do a name generator, which can marry K. What do you want to, but anyway, we're not playing lore friendly. Phil, what do you want your name to be?
Let me see what I want my name to be. I'm going to name myself, let's just, I'm gonna name it. Part of me wants to name it something really to tick people off, but gonna be nice.
Like Switch
I was
Sucks?
gonna say let's name it Doug Bowser, but you know what?
Doug Bowser. Oh, okay.
No.
All right.
Let's name it. Let's just name it after our buddy Jay. So I'm gonna say, name it Cold Nights.
Cold Nights. Okay. Well, you better do a good job with this character then. All right. Okay. Now you get to select a background. We're gonna kind of go through these together. And chat, for people new in the chat, I've got a brand new Neophyte Morrowind player. We're gonna convert Phil into a Morrowind player. That's what we're here to do tonight. So we're kind of walking him through a character creation right now. Okay, so you got adopted by nobles. Okay, so if you're adopted by nobles, gives you +5 to your intelligence, +10 more to your speechcraft. However, because you're a namby-pamby, you lack willpower, so you -10 to your willpower. Agoraphobia, which is you get, whenever you're inside, you get +5 to all skills. Whenever you're outside, you lose 5 penalty to all skills. Apprentice to Blacksmith is you gain +5 to strength, +15 to armor, but you also lose -10 to your agility. Apprentice to a Shopkeeper, you get +20 to mercantile, but you lose 10 personality because you're an asshole. Tandava, we're training Phil. Phil's playing Morrowind remotely through me for the first time. Welcome in.
What's up, buddy? What's up?
So Apprentice to a Shopkeeper, yeah, because you're an asshole, you're unlikable, so -10 personality. Artificer, you absolutely do not want to do this one, Phil, but you get 50+ to your enchanting, but you can't cast any magic anymore. So this would be the stupidest thing you could do for your build. But you can do it. The game will let you do it.
Use that.
Yep, you get... Well, it's really good for if you're going to focus on being an artificer and you're going to make enchantments for a living, but your character has already decided he wants to be a summoner. So if you do that, you're going to have absolutely zero fucking ability. It will not let you cast spells at all. None. So,
no, thank you.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Blood of the Dremora. This is kind of a fun one. Long ago, you performed a dark ritual to infuse your blood with that of a Dremora. While it did increase your magical affinity, it also angered him a great deal. Every once in a while, the Daedra will summon himself to Nirn to hunt you down and attack you. Whenever he is defeated, you absorb his blood, causing all your magic skills to increase by 1.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. That sounds like something crazy Jay would do. Maybe.
Okay, yeah. Blood of the Dremora. Yeah, you got a Dremora pissed off at you.
I mean, does the monster level up with you, so you have a hard fight every so often?
To a certain extent. So Tindama says, "Welcome to Morrowind." Bodybuilder. This is easy. Whenever you're not wearing a shirt, you gain +10 to personality because you've got an incredible bod. However, whenever you wear a shirt, it hides those good looks, so you lose 10% to personality.
If that was like not wearing pants, instead of not wearing a shirt, I probably would choose it because I'm sure Jay is like, I don't want to wear pants.
Bookworm. Spent your whole life with your nose in a book. This lets you learn better from books, but also you lose 10 strength and endurance, but you get double skills from skill books.
That's kind of cool.
Then you got Brute. You get +10 strength, but your massive size makes you a clumsy fucking oaf, so -10 agility. Bully. So Bully, you gain +10 to strength, but because you're a dum-dum that hasn't watched Rick and Morty enough, you're also going to lose 10 to intelligence.
No, that sounds like Switch Nintendo fans. So, no.
Child of Nature says you feel most at home out in the wilderness, so +5 to all skills while outdoors, -5 to all skills when you're in towns or settlements.
That's the opposite of Jay, so no.
Yeah. Ex-Legionnaire. You get +10 to endurance, athletics, block, heavy armor, and long blade, and -20 to your willpower. That is an incredible bonus, but not for this character.
Yeah.
That's a warrior build, yeah. Famed Warrior, same thing. +10 to reputation instantly, +10 to long blade, and you get an infamous legendary longsword at start. However, angry rivals will travel to challenge you, and your sword grows in power every time you strike one down, Highlander style.
Honestly, that's pretty cool.
Some of these are really cool. But you're not a swordsman, so... Yeah. But things to think about. Things to think about for next time.
Didn't have this. Skyrim and Oblivion didn't have this, so now I'm like, why did I waste my time playing those games?
Fencing Master. You've dedicated your life to the art of fencing. While only wielding one-handed longblade with nothing in your offhand, it's an instant +20 points to longblade.
Pass.
Framed. You've got the wrong side of some people that are very powerful. Let's see. Your life on the run has given you talent for guile and stealth, +10 to all stealth skills, but every once in a while you're going to get a random price on your head.
So
every once in a while, guards will just beat you up for no reason.
Nintendo fanboys mad at you. Having Nintendo fanboys mad at you.
Yeah, and they sick the guards on you randomly every now and then. Plus, you're not a stealth build, so you get nothing out of that. I'll just tell you.
Yeah.
Gray Child, you were born with pale complexion and strangely sharp teeth. Animals are uneasy around you, and sunlight makes your skin tingle. Were you cursed? Perhaps your mother or father was a vampire. Regardless, feel most at home in the cold and dark. During the night, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., the following skills increase by 5. Sneak, athletics, acrobatics, mysticism, illusion, and destruction. However, during the day, your endurance and willpower are both reduced by 10.
Nah.
Hyperactive. You get +10 to speed, but people find you annoying because you're hyper, and so your personality is -10. Inheritance. -10 to willpower because of your easy life, but you start the game with 2,000 gold.
Wow.
Knife thrower. You spent your formative years as a knife thrower at the circus. Your marksman skill increases by 10 when throwing weapons are equipped. Know-it-all. You're the smartest person in the room and you're not afraid to let people know it. Somehow this doesn't endear you to them. Plus 30 intelligence, minus negative 30 personality. Lucky. You've always been incredibly lucky, so your luck is set to 100, but all of your other pre-birth sign attributes are 10, and all skills are 5. That is hard. That is life in hard mode, buddy.
Yeah.
Night Mage, you get 20% bonus to intelligence during the night, but you get a negative 20% penalty to your intelligence during the day. Pacifist, you get negative 5 penalties to all combat skills and plus 5 to all others. Raised in a fishing village, plus negative 10 to intelligence, but plus 5 to spear and short blade. You also gain a permanent 25% swift swim. Rat King, discarded in the sewers as an infant. You were raised by rats. You now have the affinity for the furry beasts, and any you encounter will follow you wherever you go. Additionally, when fighting in the wilderness, a horde of rats may be summoned to aid you in battle once per day. Your time spent in close proximity with your rodent friends has given you a potent odor, though. Negative 20 personality.
That is so crazy. Oh my gosh.
Small
you could literally be the Rat King from Ninja Turtles. That's insane.
Yep. Small frame. You're weak, negative 10% strength, but you're harder to hit. Plus 10% agility. Star Child. At night, your luck increases by 50 points during clear weather and 25 points during partially cloudy weather. Street Urchin. Plus 10 to sneak, security, and speechcraft, but your years of poverty have left you with negative 5 strength and endurance. And finally, Tracker. You gain a permanent 100-point detect animal ability, and you gain plus 10 speed when out in the wilderness. So, any of those stand out?
I'm going to go with the one at the top. The one that I first said I liked. The one where the
Blood of the Jamora?
The demon creature.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get an angry Jamora that gets mad at you and summons and attacks you every.
I mean, that's what Jay signed up for. And we can call the Dramora his Haunter personality.
That's Haunter, okay, yeah.
What I mean. That's Haunter. He has Haunter that hunts in and tries to take
So
him
what
over.
are the grayed out ones, Tandalma asked? They're race-based? Yeah, so that's race-based or certain class-based ones, yeah. So you have to select like a selectable class, or in most cases you have to take a certain race for those, yeah. So like a Sword Singer is locked to Redguard, former slave background is linked to Khajiit, etc., etc.
Okay.
Alrighty, you're getting a vanilla start, okay? We're gonna start you in vanilla because this is all for once you get as you saw, those get very hard, as you saw last stream.
Yeah.
Okay? Do you want to start with anything? So does anything of this stuff stand out to things you might want to do? Alchemy set, armor, booze, fishing gear, food, loot, painting supplies, potions, soul gems, survival gear, tea set, or thief's tools?
I wouldn't mind having some soul stones for magic. And I'll be honest, I like the idea of kind of looting stuff, so that would be kind of cool. I don't know how good our sneaking and stealthing or whatever is, but
yeah, you're not good at that.
Okay, so let's skip that, and then just get some stuff that will help with our spell casting, whatever that would be.
So potions.
Okay.
And
like the soul stones, and then you said we have to wear light armor, so we can get some light armor. That would be cool.
Okay. All right, we're good.
Okay.
All right, so
here's your start. Let me start with anything.
Yep. So there's your starting character. So you've got, mysticism. Definitely going to be leaning on mysticism until you get that axe skill up. That axe skill is not great right now, but we got an opportunity to fix that if you want. Or we can put more toward mysticism. You're about to see that. So that is the basic character creation, but we got 2 more options left. We're going to load in.
Okay. All right.
All right, now
Cool.
it's time to select your religion. Now, Phil, you don't know anything about any. This is the gods you can worship. So I'm going to give you some.
I remember like Sheogorath was one. From
Yeah,
Oblivion.
okay, so you know
I
some
remember
of
a
them.
little.
Okay. So
I
is
know
there
some of
is there
them.
any gods you specifically know of from the lore that you'd be interested in being a servant of?
Well, if Sheogorath is there, that's probably the only one.
So
I don't remember if there
Sheogorath,
was.
he gives you a bonus to your maximum magicka plus 20%, and all of your attributes become randomized. But you also suffer from permanent madness and hearing voices, and a penalty to random attributes.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
that might be a really fun one, but that does up your magicka bonus by 20%. But you're a crazy motherfucker.
And then we have to.
And all of your skills get randomized.
What do you mean?
It's gonna mix up everything we just did. It's gonna completely mix up.
Oh gosh, I don't know if I want to do that.
Okay, he's the mad god, like Mad God's blessing. Tandava says. So
that would be crazy hard, crazy though. It's like, oh, you have a demon that's constantly haunting you. You hear voices.
Yes, it would go with the character.
It's like, what if you get skills that are totally not magic? Then you're screwed.
Well, then you just have to base your character around those skills instead.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know any others that stand out.
I can give you some good ones for your build. Here's one that gives you plus 10 to axe. You're going to need that if you ever want to swing a weapon. And plus 5 to endurance, so soon might be good for your build. The other one that might be good for your build is, where's the one that gives some mysticism?
Yeah.
But I would honestly go with Sun to round out that axe, because that axe is rough.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
Okay.
We want to have a little bit of melee.
Yeah, let's
because you're going to need that until you can get a plethora of, like, soul stones and magic and stuff. So let's go ahead and just go with
and
that
so the
one.
last one is your lineage.
Okay. If you have an axe-based trait, we need to get it up. So I agree. I haven't played Morrowind, but dude, I tinker with stats and skills.
You're gonna obsess with this game. Then.
I can look at a menu screen for hours. Like when I'm playing like Neo 1 and 2.
Dude, you're gonna love Phil. You're gonna love this game, man. We're gonna make you one of us. One of us.
Customize your
one of us. Let's do half Breton for you. Tandava also says one of us, but this is going to give you more maximum magicka. It's also going to boost your intelligence and your willpower. You take a minor strength loss and agility loss, speed and endurance -5. Or you could do Altmer if you want to, which also gives you the bonus, but you only lose the penalty of strength to 5, but you also get a weakness to magic at plus 50. But keep in mind, that's not so bad, but that's not so bad. And let me tell you why, because you took the Atronac, which means that 50% of all magicka attacks you're going to absorb anyway, and you won't get any adverse effects. So I would probably say go half Altmer.
Yeah, let's do that one. That was a smart call then on my part. Yeah.
All right, well, here we are. Okay, so we got a bag of gold. We're going to go ahead and do that. So you got 108 gold. You got your soul gems. You got some potions here, including some restore magicka. You got some light armor. You got an axe. You're looking pretty good starting off, Philly.
Damn.
So,
pretty awesome.
So, that's it.
I'm ready to rock and roll.
We're going to check our journal entry. I need to speak to Celis Gravius to discuss my duties. Is there anything you want to look at or anybody you want to talk to in this room here?
Let's talk to that crusty old white dude right there.
That guy right there? What's up,
he looks like freaking Ben Kenobi.
Okay. I'm Sosusius Ergala. What do you want?
I am Sosusius Ergala, agent.
Okay.
Let's see. What do I want?
Well, that's it. You're not going to be able to afford his training right now, so that's it. He doesn't have much to say. He don't like you very much, Phil.
Oh, well.
So.
Eat a web fart.
All right. Anything else in this room, or are we done?
Talk to that other dude.
State your business.
What's his options?
You can ask him about his background, rumors, advice, or secrets.
Let's do secrets.
If someone attacks you first, you have the right to defend yourself. If someone doesn't attack you first, you're going to break the law if you attack him.
All right.
All right. A little secret. Okay. Cool.
I'll rip the tapestry off the wall.
Is there anything in that chest that was next to him? Or would that count as stealing?
Technically, but only if you get caught. It doesn't look like there's any guards around. You want to steal?
Yeah, go for it. Take whatever you... Take some food if they got it, or... If that's a book that has like a skill in it, that'd be probably worth it. Lots of stuff to sell. You don't have to fence in this game, do you? Like you can't sell certain things.
Nope. But if you sell something back to the same merchant you stole from, he'll beat you up. He'll try to beat you up and call the guards on you. So there's a little bit of a rule to it.
Okay. Lots of stuff to steal.
Hriskar, don't think I've forgotten our wager. I want this dagger sharp as a scamp's claw by morning.
Wow. That's cool.
You can pick up everything. Let's see, your weak little body is almost out of room, though. Yeah, you only have 200, so we're not going to be able to carry too much more. You're already slow mode.
Okay.
We'll go ahead and we'll take mags.
We'll have to sell a lot of stuff off.
Oh, yeah, that's the point of this. You're going to get a lot of good shit. Okay. Oh, the fuck. Oh. There we go. Oops.
No, I'm not actually playing it. I'm just commentarying on it.
Yeah, Phil is just... Well, Phil, I'm in the driver's seat, Rush, and Phil is making the choices. Okay, you got hit with a vision, Philly. This place is uncanny and alien, yet as you look around, some part of you, some part hidden in your subconscious, makes you feel as if you've been here already, perhaps more than once. Somehow you feel at home and know everything will be all right. Yeah, he's backseat driving for our benefit. But that's a great message for Morrowind players who have played this before, too. I love that message at the start.
That's cool. Phil, what's up?
All right, here's the man, Celis Gravius. This is our guy.
Your papers, please. I am Celis Gravius.
Okay.
My background is not important.
Let's talk to him.
From time to time, it is my duty to welcome certain visitors to Morrowind.
I am Celis Gravius. My background is not important. From time to time, it is my duty to welcome certain visitors to Morrowind. By the way, guys, I'm going to have to read this because for some reason, I'm getting the dialogue from NPCs through the headset. So please tell me in the chat if you could hear what Celis Gravius is saying when Phil asks him about something. What do you want to ask him, Phil?
Let's see. Ask him about Morrowind, I guess.
Okay.
Yes, you're in Morrowind.
Can you hear him, guys?
I don't know why you're here or why you were released from prison and shipped here, but your authorization comes directly from Emperor Uriel Septim VII himself.
Oh, they can hear Celis Gravius.
I don't know any more than that. When you leave this office, you are a free man. But before you go, I have instructions on your duties. Instructions from the Emperor.
Why you're here or why you were released from prison and shipped here, but your authoritarian comes directly from the Emperor.
We are doing Welcome in Moscow. We are letting Phil steer the ship today. So this is my soft way of introducing Phil to Morrowind and making him one of us. So, all right. So he's got duties for us. So we're just going to follow up on duties. And they can hear him, Phil, so we don't have to read. Yeah, they can hear Celis, so we're good.
I was just reading it from my bit
of
your arrival.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are to take it to
let's do the
Caius
duties.
Cosades
Let's
in the
just
town of
speed through all
Balmora.
this, guys.
Go to the South Wall Corner Club and ask for Caius Cosades. They'll know where to find him. Serve him as you would serve the Emperor himself. I also have a letter for you and a dispersal to your name.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yep, so he's giving you... So, blah, 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 blah is going to get you in trouble in this game. But that's only if you actually give a fuck about doing what they want to do. So, that said, he just gave you 87 gold and a package that you got to deliver, okay? Yeah, never just speed through what NPCs say in this game. Very teachable moment. All right, do you want to ask him about anything else, or are we good to go?
Let's ask him about, duties?
Yep, duties real quick.
You know your duties. Take that package to Caius Cosades in Balmora.
So you got to take that package to Caius Cosades in Balmora. Is what he wants you to do. Is there anything else you want to ask this guy?
Let's ask him about my trade.
Yeah, ask him a little bit about himself, yeah. Tell me about yourself, Celis.
I am a knight-errant of the Order of Ebonheart, and an imperial emissary attached to the Census and Excise Office here in Seydanin.
All right. And Tindava says, yes, you can. I mean, you can speed through in the same way that you don't have to do the main quest if you don't want to. Not doing the main quest is just a fairly normal thing to do. Not reading the NPC dialogue is generally a mistake. But yeah, you don't have to. That's the great thing about this game. You don't have to do the main quest. You can literally just go out and do your own thing. It's awesome.
I mean, when I played Skyrim, I never interacted with the quest that activated the dragons in the world.
Same here.
So I would just run around and loot dragon nests. And then I found the Elder Scrolls on my own. Didn't even know. I was like, why is this dungeon like 2 hours long?
Because it's a main quest dungeon. Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, you always know when there's a main... Even in Morrowind, you always know if there's a main quest dungeon. They tend to be a little longer.
Yeah.
So, anything else you want to ask Mr. Celis, or are we ready to depart? And good day, sir.
We're ready to go.
As the Redditors like to say.
Yeah.
Good day, sir.
Day.
I still can't believe somebody actually fucking told me that on Twitter. That was so funny. I never thought I would hear the good day, sir. All right, so we got a guard. We've got this gentleman over here. We got a little guy over here, a Bosmer. And you said we want to sell this shit off first things first, right?
Yeah, we got to make some room.
What is this about?
Oh,
now me, if I was actually playing it,
I'd
go in every one of these houses and I would loot every single thing to where there's nothing left and have a big fat stack of gold before I leave. But we don't got like 20 hours for me to do that.
Right.
So.
Now he says he's bitching about some guards that took his ring from him. So let's explore that.
I swear one of the guards has it.
Okay,
I
but
had it last week before their weekly Let's Shakedown ritual. An engraved healing ring, family heirloom of mine.
I'll get your crap back
later. You haven't seen it, have you?
Well, we have his ring.
Do it,
we have his ring. So do we want to go ahead and give him his ring? We found it in the barrel. Do we want to give that to him, or do we want to lie and say, yeah, we don't know about that, or we don't know anything about that, man?
Is the ring got any like benefits to it? Like,
yes, it's a very, very basic starter ring that heals 1 to 3 points every time you use it. So it doesn't heal a lot, but it heals a little bit, yeah.
Is he going to give us something for it?
In a way, yes.
Or will we get more by selling it?
Indirectly, no. What he gives you is actually pretty good, considering what we're about to do.
So we stole it.
We didn't steal it. We found it in a barrel.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, just give it to him. I don't care.
Okay. Yeah, here you go.
Yeah.
You found it. Amazing. Thank you. You are now my favorite friend. I'll be sure to tell the others, especially my friend Ariel, who runs the trade house here. Go see him.
I was like,
He'll be
dude,
happy
we
to see
stole
you
this
now.
guy's ring and we're going to get something
All
out
right,
of it.
so he just said that he's going to put in a good word for the merchant in town, which means that we're going to get big bonuses now for that.
Ooh, thank you.
Yep, so that was a good choice. The meta questions. TLDR, it makes him like you, which makes his friend the traitor like you. So normally this guy would have a tiny disposition toward
greetings.
you. He'll be almost maxed out now.
Welcome to Aril's Trade House. I'm Aril, publican and proprietor. Don't take what doesn't belong to you. You're a new face here. If you want to buy from me, you have to barter. If you want a little advice, treat a new customer.
Quest
just
always
ask.
at the beginning of the game?
Yes, yes.
Our most popular potions, our most popular
Satanin. So, dude, Satanin is one of the best towns in RPG history for introducing the world, the political conflict, and the mechanics of the game. Satanin is a brilliantly, in its surrounding area, is a brilliantly paced tutorial that you don't even know is a tutorial. Is that
actually in the base Morrowind game, like on the Xbox?
Yes.
The original Xbox?
Yeah. All this so far is unmodded except the voices.
Okay.
So, all right.
The original didn't have voices?
The original did not have voices. You had to read all this. So we're going to sell a lot of this shit because it's just useless to us.
Yeah,
so we're going to sell vast majority of it. We're going to keep the fatigue potions. Yeah. We'll keep the health, keep the magicka. We'll sell the Flynn. We'll sell the Masta for now. We'll sell the quality potion of jump. It's just not something you're going to use. We'll keep the fatigue. Bug musk is always useful, so we'll keep it. That allows you to persuade easier. Bread we'll keep. That we're going to sell. Any of the raw shit since you don't have your cooking shit yet.
Is there a mod that actually makes things like age over time, like bread, where it gets moldy and you have to like throw it out? Or...
Sort of. You can burn bread now. You can burn bread.
What would be the benefit of that?
But as far as I know, nothing. And as far as I know, nothing like what you're specifically saying. We're going to keep one of the silver pitchers for water. Because it has a 200 water. It's a very easy way to do 200 water. And there we are.
Do we need to drink water?
You do need to drink water from time to time, and that's a mod. So you do want to do that from time to time. And you want to eat from time to time. Okay. But it'll let you know your meter's here, well fed, hydrated, well rested. It'll let you know when you need to sleep, eat, and drink. So that's 195 gold. It's 313 gold we're getting for all that shit. We're going to push our limit. We're going to try to get 450.
Well, I mean, it would be kind of cool because you'd make the game more realistic if you had those kind of things in it. And you could just have it as a mod. I mean, like imagine it's like wine. Wine ages over time, so the wine gets better. Or maybe there could be certain magic spells where you could age things up and improve it. Or
that's a really good idea for a mod. I'm not gonna lie. Oh man, we went way too far. All right, we'll just what a fucker. Wow. Okay, man.
What?
I'm trying to negotiate. It took me a little bit. Okay, let's see. Let's catch up on the chat. He's like the first guy you see stepping outside the starter area, so talk about Fargoth. He's not going to be a raging alcoholic. Boo! Boo! Tandava said, because we sold the alcohol. The only thing I would change about Satanin is making it a Vilathi town with a small Imperial presence, so we can see the tension between the old New Dunmer and the Empire. That's a big part of the setting. They sort of do that, Moscow, because they do it with the Foreign Guildneth quest, as far as the being overtaxed and kind of the ambiguity. But we're not going to spoil. We won't bury the lead there in case Philly stumbles upon that. But I see what you're saying, definitely, Moscow. Tandava says, "What is Morrowind without alcoholism? Nothing, but that's where Phil will discover that. I promise." That would be a fire alteration. Talking about, that would be really good. I think you're right. Like, make that a Vilathi town that's getting Imperial encroachment on it. Fuck yeah, super smart narratively. Tandava says, and Moscow Master says could have a small tribunal temple in the town as well to introduce you to the power the temple is supposed to have. Balmora and Satanin both have limited temple presence, so you don't really get the feeling that you're in the theocracy that Morrowind is. That is true, because it kind of puts you in, like, Imperial-friendly territory at first, yeah. There's room in the area. Someone could make that pretty effectively. Swit, the way you spam the offer button after your offer gets refused hurts my soul. Here's the thing, though. The reason I do that is there's always a small chance they'll accept, so I do it 3 times usually. Yeah, every time your offer gets rejected, you lose disposition. Yeah, it's a calculated risk, sometimes less calculated than others, though. All right. Anything else we want to do in here? Do we want to kind of
What
talk
is
to
it,
any of these
sir?
fine people, or do we want to just hit the road and head
Does
toward
he have
Balmora?
anything? Does he have anything worthwhile to buy?
Maybe. Yeah, let's take a look.
Welcome to Aril's Trade House. I barter for goods or coin. I also have a small selection of spells for sale. No credit. You want a little advice? That's free.
So
That's
you're a
all
light
that's
armor
free.
guy. So he's
Would
got
you
a
like to
Newt
hear
Scale
about our most
Cuirass
popular potions
and a
our
chitin
most popular
Cuirass, both of
scrolls?
which are going to be better light armor. He's got some chitin material, which is all going to be better armor than what you're wearing. He's got a steel war axe, which is going to be an improvement over your war axe, which you got the iron axe. Iron axe is worth 18. It does 18 damage. The steel axe does 20. He's got some scrolls that are good to have. Divine Intervention gets you back to town immediately. Same with Omsivi. Scroll of Vitality is like a low long-term healing spell, like a regeneration. Scroll of Vigor boosts your fatigue. This kind of heals everything long-term. Argent Glow. Summon Skeleton. I know you like to summon, so you might want to buy one of those.
Scrolls one-time use thing?
One-time use only, yep. Goblin the Goblin, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, show and fill the game. Never thought I'd hear that said. I was in a stream last night, and a bunch of people started talking about how Fortnite needs Dagothur and Vivek and stuff. Yeah, your math is bad, Moscow Master says. It might be the math is bad. It might also be the copious amounts of alcohol I drink at this time of night.
I would say, how much stronger is the armor compared to what we have?
So your armor here is 5. Chitin equipment is 10, and the Newt scale is 10, so almost double.
Okay, well, let's just get some better armor.
Okay.
On whatever needs to be, whatever needs it the most, I guess. Whichever is like they give us the most boost.
Everything. Your armor sucks, bro. Like your starting armor fucking sucks.
Okay. Let's do that, and then if we have any money left,
we're gonna have a lot of money left.
We can maybe get a new axe, the strongest one we can get. And is the summon skeleton, you get it until it dies, or is it like a limited time?
Summon skeleton is for 60 seconds, yeah. So you got your ghost, and then the skeleton, and you got a scamp, but actually you got a really powerful scamp summon. I'm surprised you start with that. It's because you have over 40, and you got a good chance of casting that. But yeah, the scamp is probably what you'll want to stick to for the most part for damage. The ghost for people with normal weapons, because they can't fucking hit it. So I don't think they can hit the scamp either, for that matter. So actually, scamp, unless you're for weak enemies, the ghost; for stronger enemies, the scamp, and the skeleton's just good for fun. It's just good, clean, wholesome Morrowind fun. Let's see what's going on this time. He's showing Phil the game. Oh, Phil's a first timer. Yes, Goblin. Yes, it's not Phil playing. Swit's playing. Phil's telling him to do. Also, Phil, how much the iron shield you have weighs? Yeah, you got a big ass iron shield. Which is 15 pounds. But we're going to try to replace that shield when we get to Balmora. But you got 425 gold left.
Welcome to Aril's Trade House. I barter for goods or coin.
We still
I also have a small selection of spells for sale. No credit. You want a little advice? That's free. That's all that's free. Would you like to hear about our most popular potions? Our most popular scrolls?
It into something, or?
No, we just sold it to help boost.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
15 bramble plinths. Murlord, what's going on? Looks like you're on the version of Kerrigan Scenarios that forgot to give clothing on the vanilla star. That's been fixed now. He's been helping you get. Philly's been helping you get through this first part a little easier and faster, probably to keep the stream moving. Soon you'll have more divergent decisions. Yeah, you're okay. So we're armed there. Do you want to buy a scroll, or do you want to just stick with your permanent summons for 60 seconds, or do you want to add a skeleton into the mix for 100?
I think I'm good with our permanent summons.
Okay.
Does he have a better shield, or what else?
No, for a light armor guy, he doesn't. Iron Shield's going to be pretty good for now, just because of its It's got, look at its life. It's got 200 life. Your kite and shields, honestly, are going to have like 50 life. They're shit. And with a shield, it's much more about the actual life, because every time your shield takes a hit, it's going to take some conditioning hit. It's actually much more about the conditioning until you get to those better light armor shields than it ever is about the actual amount of armor it has, because you're just trying to roll we're trying to roll a block. Now, granted, you've only got 15 shield right now till we do some training. You're not going to block shit for a long time, unless it's like a fucking miracle block. But
well, then if that's the case, I would rather just like not even have one. Then
you want to sell it?
I mean, because it's like if I can't block, I'm just having extra weight for no reason.
For almost no reason, because you will occasionally get that miracle block that comes out of nowhere. But at 15 block, don't fucking count on it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I don't know how far into the game I have to get to before we can do shield training.
Murlord says, might want to buy some pants.
Welcome to
I forgot. We stripped the pants down.
I barter for goods or coin.
Yeah,
I also have a small selection of
spells
for sale. No credit.
That's really funny.
Advice, that's free.
So this guy has jack shit.
Would you like to hear about our most popular potions?
For greed. So yeah, we're just going to get some pants. All right, we'll just buy some.
Is that this we're seeing?
There we go. Thanks, Murlord. That was good. Phil, you should check out the tree stump behind the lighthouse as an axe user. Ooh. Looks like the chat's throwing some hints. They're being nicer to you than I would have been. Phil, would you like to go check out the tree stump behind the lighthouse?
Sure. Let's check out the tree stump. Is that like a quest board by that guy?
That is a quest board, yes.
We'll have to check that out later.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Go steal some, just kidding. Well, hey, we don't want to upset Haynab already more than Haynab's upset Tandava. Stealing pants is not nice. Just ask Haynab.
A tree stump.
Congratulations. You have a two-handed iron battle axe that does 32 damage a hit, plus the chance to do up to 7 frost damage as well.
Well, then why didn't you tell me that before we just spent money on an axe?
Because I'm not telling you shit. That's not how Morrowind works. The chat was just being nice. As Dungeon Master, Phil, as Dungeon Master, I have to tell you, a mud crab has decided it wants to fight. What do you do?
Okay, let's fight it. I hope I don't die.
No, you killed it. It's dead.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Everything is delayed for me, okay?
Yeah.
Mud crab is slower than...
That mud crab is slower. All right.
Slower than a long, wet fart. I swear.
So what do we want to do? We want to explore around town for a little bit, or do we want to get out on the open road?
Let's go see what's on the quest board.
Okay.
Or if there's places where we could effectively steal more stuff to get a big old fat stack of cash.
Okay. Well, yeah. There's definitely. If you want to be a heathen, we can definitely bust into houses with low alarm and just take their shit right in front of them until they beat you up. Like, it's up to you. You can do that.
We got a big ass axe.
Yeah, let's not tell him stuff like the Halalu Chancellor Daedric weapons, Moscow Master says. Well, you just did! Reaches into tree, noise, OPX, LOL. Hit on first strike. How high is his axe? I didn't pay attention. He's got a pretty good axe. He's got 45 axe starting out. Pretty strong. Swit, don't read this, Tim. I wonder if he will... Oh, okay. Oh, that's not nice.
Honestly, y'all are chatting away so much. I'm missing most of it.
45 axe, noise, Chimeri K Barbarian. It's a fun concept indeed. Yeah, he rolled a pretty damn good first character, I gotta say. All right, so you want to check out the quest board, okay? So let me know if any of these strike your fancy. Magical breakthrough imminent, question mark. We've got temple notice, trade house notice, request from Indril, public notice, temple crackdown, and note from Thavir. Any of those you want to read?
Let's do it. Let's do the magical one.
The Ebonheart Bellman. That's a newspaper in Old Ebonheart, a city I'm sure we will get to eventually. Our city's community of magical practitioners is abuzz with speculation after Tamriel, the court wizard of Ebonheart, was seen excitedly running up the castle stairs carrying a large stack of enchanted scrolls. This follows an extended period of time during which the Argonian had secluded himself in his chambers, supposedly working on a grand experiment. Uel Feinach, a local enchanter who alerted us to his story, had this to say. Tamriel's ideas are sometimes a little over the top, but I hope this discovery of his will jumpstart a new era of magical research and help our city's glory reach new heights. So that's just a little flavor text to something you might discover on the road sometime.
Oh, I thought it was the actual quest. Okay.
Not that one, but some of these will be. Yeah, fuck yeah, the Bellman, best newspaper in Tamriel. At least until the Canyon Echo comes out. Any other notices you want to check out?
Whichever one is a quest, I guess.
Okay. I am but a poor and ignoble fishwife. House Halalu is after the only possession I have to my name, the small patch of dirt that the Imperials call my land. And now to add to my troubles, I may soon die of starvation. The fish simply haven't been biting, and one such as I will never be able to take on the mud crabs in the swamps for my food. If you can, and would bring me their meat, I would be able to pay for 5 portions, but no more. You want to take that quest?
Sure, we can go kill some mud crabs.
Let's do it!
They die in one hit anyway.
Let's fucking do it! Let's rage! Let's see here. There's our lady.
Well, hello. I'm Unreliable. This is Seyda-Neen, swamp fever capital of the world. I suppose you're wondering what's going on here. I can tell you where the services are. There aren't many. And I can tell you the latest rumors, unless you've already heard them.
So we're going to ask about Indrel's note. That's what we're here for. Yes, Musera. I have some food, or I fear I will starve. I haven't eaten in nearly a week. I begged Uril for some food, but he said I needed to pay like everyone else. There are many mud crabs in the swamps of the Bitter Coast, but I fear I am no match for them. Perhaps you could gather some of their meat for me? So you have 2 choices here, okay?
Okay.
You can talk to Uril, your friend, and see if you can convince Uril to give her some food, or we can go hunt mud crabs, whichever you would like to do. But this is kind of your first diverging methods of completing this quest. Also, you can just buy mud crab meat. So there's all kinds of different ways you can complete this.
Well, by fighting mud crabs, don't we kind of get stronger with our axe or with our stats or whatever?
We absolutely do.
Then let's go fight the mud crabs, because it's like stat training.
Let's do it. These little fuckers aren't going to know what hit them.
Increases our skills, I'm for. So.
Yeah, these little fuckers aren't going to know what hit them. Do you want to play with a summon while we kill these mud crabs?
Sure.
Not that you need a summon for mud crabs, but it might be fun.
You know what? I don't care. I'll summon it anyways.
Murlord says, so Moscow says there's free food in the temples and the road to Balmoria is quite safe. I think this woman is scamming us. Murlord said, where's the option to tell her to get a job? I hear there's an opening for tax collector. Phil, that's an inside joke. You'll learn about that soon. But yeah, there is. I hear there's an opening for tax collector in Seyda-Neen. All right, do you want to summon a scamp or do you want to summon a ancestral ghost to try?
Let's do scamp.
Scamp. Okay, now we're gonna let our fatigue fill up to maximize the chance of casting this. And I'll show you a little bit how the magic system works. So you load your spell, and then you simply do this. You hit the spell button, and you failed to cast. So you lost your magic, and you no scamp. We're gonna try it again. Ah, here he is.
Alright. Scamp, go kill some mud crabs.
Alright, we're ready to go to fucking war. We're gonna let the mud crab fight him. Here he comes. Yeah!
No!
Scamp, where are you? I need help. What the fuck? Scamp! Oh, you're fucking useless. Anyway.
The Scamp didn't do nothing?
Well, he got lost. That's okay. Alright, so we need to make a knife to harvest the meat, because as Moscow said, ask Phil to name his summons, as is tradition. Yeah, you're going to have to name your summons. I didn't forget, we just killed the 2 nearest to us. So now we got to form a knife, so we're going to get a piece of...
you can actually name your summons?
Yeah, we're going to eventually, but you can give them an unofficial name for now. But we got our piece of flint, now we need to find a stick. And we're going to make a knife. Is what we're going to do now. But we need to find a stick. What the fuck? Got a little bit of a worm problem. What do you want to do, Philly?
What do you mean? Worm problem?
Yeah, we're going to take care of this worm. I got a worm attacking us. I forgot, your stream's slightly delayed on your end for some reason.
Yeah.
We'll have to go to ultra low. Latency next time. Let's see. To be fair, you need the mod kill command summons, or useless otherwise. Yeah, some because they have to be.
I don't know what the name of Scamp.
We'll come up with a name for him. But we need to find a stick. That's our next major thing here. So we're going to look nearby trees. Swamp is not the best place for this. Let's get closer to the road. We might generate a stick a little more for us. Yeah, I wonder who the developer of such a cool and useful mod is. Yeah, you can if you're a ranged character, which Phil is not.
So is all the summons in this game only 60 seconds?
You can make your own summon.
There's no...
There we are. Now we can craft.
Is there no permanent summons? Like they can stay out until they die?
There might be some constant effects you can do with mods, but generally no. Like a thrall, no. So we're gonna try to make... We're gonna make a flint knife. Because you're gonna need that. And we're gonna craft that. And now you've got a flint knife. And now we can clean mud crabs. Wonder who the developer of such a cool... There's usually sticks over by the Dunmary xenophobia victim, they said. I'm going to harvest the mud crab meat. So we've got 3. We need 2 more pieces. Now, Phil, you're going to see some things every now and then. So if there's anything that stands out to you that you think you want to explore or go look at, feel free to let me know, okay? If you see something that says, whoa, what's that?
All right.
Get him! Yeah, little bitch. I think he went
I think I know what I'll name the Scamp.
What are we naming the scamp? Oh, he's too far under the goddamn water. Damn, we lost that one. Okay.
I'm gonna name it Domino.
Domino. Okay. That is a perfectly...
I know Domino's, the pizza place.
Domino's the pizza. Okay, you know what? That fits.
Because that's one of his favorite things is Domino's. So I'm gonna name the scamp Domino's. Or I can name him Pizza Delivery Boy.
Now this is another teachable moment, Phil. You have no stamina right now, so watch what happens here. Notice that we're swinging and missing that first time. That's because we have 0 stamina. So whenever you have 0 stamina, you can either tough it out and fight through it. You can use a Restore Fatigue Potion, which will pop that stamina back up and make all of your actions, and I mean all your actions, whether you're talking to another person and persuading, or whether you are just trying to fight, fatigue affects everything you do. Everything you do. Calling it stamina, fake Morrowind fan. Don't fucking judge me, Moscow. I have always called it stamina.
Does it come back on its own, or?
It does come back on its own, if you wait long enough. Well then. I'm gonna let you catch up for that, because it'll only be a moment. Just so we can have that together. Time to get the best hat in the game, Moscow says. Who dat? May I introduce you to Mr. Tamriel?
What the fudge? Who did that just come down from the... What the...
That is Tamriel. So we're going to try to piece together what happened here, okay? So he fell.
What the...
Okay, yeah, okay, so... He fell from the sky. I can't believe this random wood elf just fallen out of nowhere, Tandama said. No fashion like Colovian fashion. You leaving this trip?
Can we take his clothes?
Okay, Phil, you want to take his clothes?
Yeah, I'm going to take all his stuff.
All right. Yeah, boy. Okay. Well, let's read a little bit, because he conveniently had a journal next to him. Phil may genuinely be better off watching the YouTube stream on mute. It's probably less delayed than what we are seeing. Yeah, are you guys? I feel like you guys are pretty much seeing it one for one.
I'm watching the stream on mute. That's why it's on my TV.
Try to reload it, because these guys are pretty much seeing it one for one. I don't know what's going on with yours. Mine is also delayed on my end when I watch it.
Okay,
so that's weird.
Let me go back.
Yeah, it seems like, okay. So yeah, for these guys it seems to be 1-1, but for us it seems to be a little slow and stupid.
Okay. Let's read the journal then.
Okay, and do you see the journal in front of you now that you've reloaded?
Yeah.
Yep, that's what it was. Okay. So we're going to read the journal now. Looks like Phil fixed his issue. I believe I may have found the correct formula for the spell I am developing. With it, I will be able to travel great distances without the need to pay others for the service. If all goes well, I will test out the new spell tomorrow. I believe I have worked out all the possible complications. It will allow me to leap great distances, covering many hundreds of miles. Never before has one been able to travel in this manner, vaulting from the ground, sailing through the sky, all without that terrible disorientation of a spell of flying. The time is almost upon me. My research is finished, and all of my calculations are checked and rechecked. They laughed at me when I suggested this. We'll see who laughs after I leap to the top of their towers and scream out my success.
Yeah.
So, what he had on his body, Phil, are 3 scrolls of Icarian flight. Now, here's what they do. Each time you cast one of these, it's going to fortify your acrobatics 1,000 points, your jump, for 7 seconds on self. Doesn't that sound really neat?
I guess.
Phil, do you want to try a scroll if it carry and flight out?
I don't know, because we're probably going to jump so high that we call plummet in the sky and then we die. Like
you never know. YOLO, right? You only live once, right? Do you want to try one, or do you think that's probably a bad idea?
That's probably a bad idea, but if you want to try it, we'll go for it.
Okay, the chat is telling you to quick save. Do you want to save your game before you make this decision?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's quick save.
What direction would you like to jump, Phil? Would you like to jump toward the mainland or toward the center of the island?
Let's jump towards... You know what? Let's jump towards the water. So if we die, I mean, at least we splash with the water. Maybe jumping in the water won't kill us.
So you want to jump? You want to jump straight that way?
Yeah. Let's go.
All right.
See what's out there.
Okay.
Maybe we'll find a giant sea monster.
Hope you like swimming, Philly.
That's so crazy. Oh my gosh. You jumped in the water. You didn't die.
Yeah, that's right.
Where are you? Whoa.
I have no idea, actually.
Oh, dude. There's like some islands or something.
Yeah, there's an island over there. We should check it out.
Yeah. That's because I mean, it's not my first rodeo playing games. I know that playing like Oblivion, Skyrim, if your armor's too heavy or whatever, what the fuck is that? A damn fish trying to kill you?
Yeah, I had a little bit of a fish encounter, but we took care of him.
So I knew that like it would probably be like a bad idea to just snap your legs. Almost got leg snapped dead. I played enough. I only watched one season of Rick and Morty, guys. I didn't watch all 7 seasons.
Well, yeah, you seem really smirk right now to the chat. The chat thinks you're really smirk right now.
Yeah, I'm really smirk. Really smirk because I didn't watch all 7 seasons. That other guy watched, 7 or how many seasons there is. So. Gosh, this is taking forever. Probably should cast another one. Dang.
You want to?
No. What the fuck? What is that? An alligator?
Yeah, it's a slaughterfish. Far worse than an alligator. They're a pain in the asshole.
Gosh, I hope they don't kill us.
All right. We need to desperately get on some land to get our bearings. Here we go. Okay. So you're not too far off from Satanine. We could head this way. Is that where we want to head back to land? Is that where we want to head?
Where's our quest? Which direction are we going to go to complete our quest?
Back toward the land.
Oh.
Go to the island south, you guys! It's really fun and cool. Phil, it's your choice. Do you want to head to this little archipelago down here?
Well, I feel like that's a bad idea. You know what?
Up to you.
We saved. I'm good. Let's do it.
All right.
We saved.
We're swimming. We're swimming to Firemoth, guys. We're swimming to Firemoth. Let's fucking go.
Or we could just use another scroll to get there.
Oh, good. You get a little closer with the scroll. You want to do that?
Just make sure you aim for water. And
okay. Well, we'll try. We'll try real hard. All right. We're gonna do another jump. We're gonna do another jump. We're doing it live. We're doing it live.
We're gonna quantum leap. We're quantum leaping, y'all.
Let it ride. Let it ride.
So much fun, and I'm not even playing.
Oh no! Oh shit! What?
Oh god!
What? I don't have God mode on. What?
What?
Phil, you're a fucking god, my dude! How? Yeah, no, I'm with you, chat. The chat just exploded right now.
What?
I assure you, you just saw me take damage, chat. There is no god mode on.
Well, there's a pirate ship right there. Let's check it out.
Oh, okay. Phil's not even daunted. He's like, all right, I want to check out the pirate ship. Phil, you don't realize what you just did, buddy. Level 1 Community Barbarian is somehow immortal and kills Grum. Noob intervention spell. His name isn't Phil, it's Chad. Wow!
I'm Chad. No, I'm better than Chad. I'm Fad.
Yeah, you are something combined. Special, I will tell you. That's a first.
Phil Norris. Hashtag Phil Norris, y'all. Hashtag Phil Norris.
Phil Norris.
Well, let's see what's in this we're
trying, but we got to deal with the fucking fish assholes again real quick.
I see like a chest or something down there.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be all kinds of shit, but we gotta use a fatigue potion.
Gosh, where's our scamp? I need to summon another scamp to have him fight. Our scamp can swim, can he?
I don't know, but we can try it. Choose another fatigue
Scamp,
potion.
get out there and do your work. I'm starting to think you were a bad investment.
There's one down. I ain't never seen that on a legit fresh character. People are still talking about that feat, buddy. Wow. I don't know what.
Okay, let's see what's in this boat.
Map of the Empire.
Oh. Have you been here before?
I've been here before, yes. But
okay. I was expecting
Yellow Book on Morrowind, Journal of Eventus Freltius. Most pages are fragile and stuck together. One of the intact entries says, Morning of Third Era, departing from Old Ebonheart with supplies for Fort Firemoth. The weather is fair and spirits are high. Among the routine cargo of rations and materials, a few requests of note, a number of Dwemer artifacts, as well as 2 racks of wine. I trust my crew to handle their responsibilities, but the fragility of the cargo raises doubts in me personally. Firemoth is under attack, the last entry says. Undead emerge from all sides. We are evacuating the personnel. 12 of my legionaries and some civilians. Many people will remain in the fort. I hear explosions. Fortifications crumble like sandcastles. Many soldiers are still fighting. I had to make a choice and depart with at least some on board. I could not wait for everyone, lest the undead would sink the ship. The weather is cursed. We will come back with reinforcements and save the rest. I promise to. And he's gone. So, yeah, that doesn't sound super promising, does it?
No. But we can kill him. We got a scamp.
All right, we can kill him. You heard it, chat. We can kill him. We got a scamp.
We got get a bunch of loot.
You heard the man, chat. Oh my God, Shadow Mask ring, Philly, you're doing really good so far. Chameleon, what? 40 to 70% for 10 seconds on self.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Dude, that's a ring.
That's a ring. You don't understand. That is beastie.
So we can go invisible for a while or something?
Yeah, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, that's worth a game save. In case that's randomized.
Wow.
That's worth a fucking game save. We can swim back to shore, man. We can fucking swim back to shore. Yeah, we'll just do Phil's game again. I will get you back there if we have to time with that discovery. That is incredible. Okay. Dedication.
He's actually going to do it.
TM, Chrysippus, Thornfleet Yards, Black Marsh, Empire of Tamriel.
What's that?
All right. We ready to go explore this little archipelago, are we?
Oh, is that all there is in the boat? There ain't nothing else?
That's all. Well, at least here. I guess we need to go to the cargo hold, maybe. See what's down there.
Oh, okay. If we can. Do you need to breathe under the water or something?
Maybe. We'll have to check to see what's under there. Some shipwrecks are like that, some aren't. Let's take a look here. No matter how this turns out, I think you have earned the Chad's respect. This is turning out to be an epic start to a character. Yeah, leave it to the newbies to put us all to shame, man. Like, yeah. Like, he is a brave soul for sure.
Well, let's summon the scamp. I guess there's like a skeleton down there.
Yeah, there's nothing a scamp can't take care of, right? Fucking amen.
Yeah, scamp. At least scamp can distract where you're smacking in the butt.
Yeah, okay, Moscow Master says, what is your character's name, by the way? Yeah, we want to immortalize your bravery here. It's Cold Nights, Moscow. His
Cold
name
Nights,
is Cold Nights.
On YouTube, I'm gonna have to tell him to watch the stream so you can know that this is about us. There's a oh, is it waking up?
Not yet. That's an Argonian corpse. Not much, just some salt rice there. Brewing book. There's a wooden chest. Nothing there except some gold. We'll take it.
Oh, some stuff in that chest.
Got another journal for Sod's diary. This is Pharisod's personal journal. Pharisod was a recruit in the Imperial Legion, dispatched on the Chrysanthropus as part of an expeditionary force to retake the Saros Archipelago. Some of the final entries describe in detail how Sirius Cinna's actions led to the failure of the expedition. Vivius Verturius is mentioned as one of the few trying to talk sense into Cinna.
Huh.
You're out of magic. Yeah, we definitely need to get her.
But I will take your book and sell it. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're gonna take the book. We'll take the story. Yeah. There, got a little bit of a magical pop, right? I'm sure that'll be enough. All right, we'll need water breathing for that, so we'll just look at that at a later time. All right. Let's fucking do this. Let's fucking retake Firemoth.
Oh, so we can't go further down? We have to have water breathing to do that? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you can, but you'll die.
Yeah,
up to you.
I don't want to do that.
Okay, you don't want to do that? You want to take the island?
Yeah.
All right. Let's fucking rage!
So when does the chameleon thing kick in? How does that work?
Whenever you want to use it.
Oh, you have to click on the ring to activate it?
You would just let me know when you want to use it, and we can use it.
Oh, does it stay active all the time? Or?
Nope, for 10 seconds. You get 10 seconds of a very, very potent chameleon spell.
Okay. Well, I guess we get swarmed by enemies. That would probably be the one. We see a bunch of enemies. That'd be a way to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, let me explain it. Yeah, before we get started, enchanted items have a charge, right? So you can use it, and then you can use it again until that charge is depleted. The way you get charge back is to either wait long enough for the charge to recover, or you can use a soul gem to recharge it. Okay. So basically, it's like free spells. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Moscow. That's a really good way to put it. So yeah, you got a limited amount of charges.
The chameleon will make you invisible, though, right?
Correct. Well, almost 40 to 70%. You get a good roll, you'll be pretty much invisible. Yes. So it looks like there's a castle over there. Do you want to proceed?
Sure.
Okay.
This place looks really creepy, but I'm good with it. Let's take the path we're going though. The rock side.
Rocky side.
Instead of swimming across, because we don't want to.
Yeah, fuck those fishes.
All them fishes again. Those fishes are a pain in the
butt.
Fuck
those fishes.
Man. Your magic is low too, is that?
But yeah, the chat asked for your name to immortalize this act of bravery, just so you're aware.
They wanted up collects.
They wanted to know your name.
It's Philip, but I can just go by Phil One Up Collects on YouTube.
Yep.
I can type it out so y'all know.
You want to stick? You want to stick to the shoreline here and go the low way, or you want to take the highway?
Yeah. Let's take the keep going the way we're going.
Okay.
Just collects. There, I just typed it.
All right, skeletons have decided to form up.
Oh, come on!
No!
Oh my god. That's a lot of damage he's doing.
No!
Can he still see you? I guess that didn't work. Oh my gosh, he killed it. That was a lot of damage. Maybe I should summon Scamp next time. Did the spell fail?
No, we're good. Yep, Ghost just took him out.
Oh, you summoned the ghost. Okay.
Yeah, that would have hit really hard if that would have hit. It's an iron scimitar. Ooh. Okay.
Oh wow. Would that scimitar be pretty good? What about? They have a shield? No, I guess not.
Let's let our stamina recover.
Yeah. That's the stamina. Why does the lights keep glowing around you?
Oh, that's because that's not lights. It's a little cold here, so my breath's coming out. That's part of the Ashfall mod. Hi, Mr. Ghost, and he's gone.
I saw a little glowy light spin around you. I didn't know what that was. Man, that ghost stays for quite a while.
Yeah, say about 60 seconds. And do you have one? Yeah, you're all out of that though, so we're not gonna have any more of that. But that's okay. It's just you and your trusty axe.
Yeah,
please note, please note, you can turn back anytime you want. By the way,
can we soul trap something, or do we not have any stones?
Yeah, you can, but soul trapping undead's not super useful. But we can hit them with a soul trap ring and soul trap, and what that'll do is that'll allow you to enhance your magic. By the way, I want you to look ahead of you and see what you're about to deal with, buddy. Do you see what I'm seeing? That's a lot of skeletons. That's a lot of skeletons. It's up to you. You've already done better. You've already done better than anybody expected you to do. If you would like to turn around. Do you want to try to run past and get to the castle with your magic ring?
I mean, we can go for it if it works.
Leroy Jenkins!
Does the magic ring work?
Sorta.
No! No!
Oh, let's see you. Oh, fuck. Oh, God.
No!
That is a strong skill. Oh, my God. And
thus ends the journey of Cold Knights Gaming. But, anyway, we saved. We saved, so we're good. But you did a lot better on this island than anybody expected. At level 1, you killed like 4 of these fuckers. 2 Redwoods, welcome back. Sure have missed that muscly arm squid tube. Yeah, I went to the store for some cigarettes and I came back now. So basically now what you do is you load your game back, Phil, and then you're right back where we last loaded, which was the ship. And now you can make another decision if you'd like.
We
got about 10 minutes left before we'll have to wrap up.
I kind of wanted to keep going.
Okay, we can try again.
I kind of wanted to keep going that way, but is there another way around?
Yeah, we can take the other way. Absolutely.
Can we just run?
I mean, you can. I don't know if your character is going to be able to at level 1, but we can try. And again, the chat is like fucking. They are telling the tales of your bravery right now, my friend. This is you need to know this is a fucking no-go zone for level 1. This place is fucking radioactive. But just the fact that you're exploring it, it is created like some childlike wonderment in the chat. It's been great. It's a decision. Put it this way: this is a decision that no veteran would ever make, and that's what makes it amazing and brave. Like nobody who's played this game a lot would make this decision. But
I explore where I want to go.
I go where I want. You hear him? He goes where he fucking wants to, chat.
Yeah.
We're going up to that fucking castle.
Yeah.
Who's going to stop us? Who's going to fucking stop us? Yeah, no one unless they were explicitly doing a level 1 fire mod challenge run. I'd like to fucking see that. Does that exist? I would like to see that. Maybe some background noise did one. He's pretty talented at this game.
What kind of potions do we have? Any potions to help us get
faster? Not much left.
Like
we got the snake ring. We've got a restore magicka potion too, which you're going to need right now.
Okay.
And you've got one standard health potion in the reserves.
Okay. We'll save that.
Kazaz, what's up, man? Probably because Fire Moth in the base game is barely playable. Yeah, base game. Yeah, this is the note to the chat. This is the awesome revamp of Tamriel Rebuilt's Fire Moth. Base game Fire Moth fucking sucks. So here's the other way you can go.
Why? Why does it suck?
It was very bad. It was a plug-in. They called them plug-ins back in those days. And it was a Bethesda-made plug-in just to show off what you could do with the construction kit. And it was extraordinarily poorly optimized, man. It was fucking terrible. But Tamriel Rebuilt thought it was worth preserving. And so they revamped it. Not only did they revamp it, they gave it its own longer quest that allows you to build the castle up. And by the end of it, your reward is the castle itself as your stronghold. If you can take it. Even at very high levels. Haven't seen your streams in a while, bro. Chewing on a Zen and vibing 3 hours of sleep. I've been sleeping that great either, guys. And yeah, I often joke, Zoo went to the store for some cigarettes and never came back for you guys. But I'm back now. I'm back. I'm going to try to do better. But yeah, it took a couple months off just because it was getting so close to grasping fortune, guys. But now we're here. So
how many skeletons do we have in front of us?
We've got two, but you've got much better stamina. We might want to save the summon for later on, but we got at least two here. And oh fuck, it's an archer. It's a fucking archer. We're gonna have to do some.
Okay, let's not go towards him.
Yeah, we're gonna have to dogfight this a little bit. No, I mean we're good. What we're gonna do is we're gonna lure his fucking bitch ass out. Pop your stupid fucking head down around the corner here. Come on, stupid. Little bitch. Oh, fuck, another goddamn archer. Fuck, that hurts. God damn. It's alright. His little ass gonna walk around. It's okay. Thumper's gonna walk right around the corner. He's gonna get fucking thumped. That's okay. Also, we're gonna chameleon ring right now.
Yeah. Let's do that. That makes us harder to hit, or does that make us invisible?
No, it makes us invisible. Yeah, it fucks with the visibility sometimes.
Oh, dude, he didn't even know you were there. Kick his butt. Oh crap, another one. Whoa. Oh crap. More.
Well, that's going to conclude it. We can always do this another time. We will start having these Phil's game night where Phil kind of pilots. But this has been fun. I think this has been kind of a fun thing to do, honestly.
Yeah, that was fun.
Post your channel. Awesome. Post your channel in the chat for him, Phil. Let them know where you're at.
Hold on, let me go get a link.
And then while you're doing that, I'll go ahead and finish up reading the chat. I do kind of dislike Firemoth being made part of TR's lore. A fort filled with undead this close to Old Ebonheart and Vivek would just not be tolerated by the Empire or the Temple. You are correct, man. That's true. I don't care how big of a force you have to muster. They would muster that force. You are correct. Now Gurm is really powerful. That might be why Gurm is really fucking the strong. But still, fucking somebody like both of those forces have the ability to evict Gurm from the. I feel like they do. That they can evict Gurm from Firemoth. Sunday, I smoked like 12 cigarettes and felt like I was going to stroke out at work. Yesterday, Lamau, bro, I was keeled over like, I'm fine, I'm going to die. Oh, yeah, like 12 cigarettes, that's going to make you feel green as fuck, man. It kind of breaks the general thing TR has that major trade routes are at least somewhat safe. Yeah, Firemoth being smack in the middle full of undead is kind of a rough. Not a smoker, but I hung out with my buddy Sunday and said, why not? Every cig he passed me, I paid the price. Yeah, Pyritosis work. Yeah, for fuck's sake. I know, man. Yeah, I gotta go because I gotta work tomorrow morning. But we'll be doing this more often now. We're gonna have these little fun streams up until the lead up to Grasping Fortune. And when Grasping Fortune hits May 1st, we're gonna get full into a brand new lore playthrough. A brand new story playthrough, guys. You know who else is strong? 50 Imperial. You know who else is strong? 50 Imperial Battle Mages and or the Ordinators. That's true. 50 of them are going to push fucking Gurm shit in and evict him. They would absolutely evict his ass, yes. Work is stupid and I hate it, but I got to work tomorrow too. Yeah, work sucks because it prevents us from playing Morrowind all day. Like, work is absolutely the suck. So, all right, guys. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up. Philly, if you want to stay on with me for a little bit of a denouement, but we're gonna go ahead and end the stream, and I will probably see you guys maybe Friday for another one. And Phil, if you're up for it, we can continue Phil's journey. If not, I'll find some other shit to fuck around with until Grasping Fortune releases.
Yeah, sounds fun.
All right.
Have a good night. Thanks for joining us.
You betcha, Philly. Have we sold you on this game yet?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to buy it on PC. I have to buy it.
And you saw that map, how big that fucking map is, right, buddy?
I know, this game looks so cool. It's
like
so cool.
It's
I like
huge,
I like how it's more stat based and a skill roll than Oblivion Skyrim, which is just walking around and killing everything.
Well, and here's the thing.
It got really.
The thing is what you're seeing right now. I'll give you a spoiler alert. What you're doing is almost impossible. And I'm not even talking about the skeletons. I'm talking about when you get into the castle and you fight the fucking thing that rolls over that castle. What you are dealing with, you are not going to be able to handle at level 1. Almost certainly. But what's great about Morrowind is somewhere down the line, you will do this quest and you will not break a sweat. Well, you might sweat a little bit. Gurm is one of the hardest encounters in the game. But it will be doable. Once you've gotten some experience, you have prepared with potions and allies and repair hammers and enchantments. And once you have properly prepared for something like this, anything is doable. But fresh off the boat with a fucking axe from a stump and an Icarian flight scroll, come on. You never stood a chance, man. But everybody here respects your decision to try. But she never had a chance.
I was honestly already thinking about how can I get further here.
You
But
will,
honestly,
basically, and that might be
if this
fun.
is a late game place, though, I've already figured out. Like, if this is a late game place, though,
very late game.
This would be a good place. This would be a good place to like prepare, like stock up a bunch of potions, and then go here with your level 1 characters and kind of pick off the peon enemies and kind of get stronger, and then maybe come back and maybe you get a little bit further and get some of the loot, and then take off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've already just getting close to the island. I can tell you, it seems useless in what we've used it so far. 70 to 40% chameleon is not useless. That's a strong fucking ring. So you've already got a really strong piece of loot just being near it. So it makes you wonder what the fuck is in there, right?
Yeah.
So, and anyway, that might be kind of a fun journey. So we already have Cold Knight's story, basically. Cold Knights is like, okay, I can't make it further in for now, but periodically my ass is coming back to this island. Periodically, we're going to be coming back, and we're going to keep delving farther in. I think that makes for a pretty compelling story for the chat, which is, I saw this island off in the distance. I tried to penetrate it, and I couldn't. But one day, I will conquer that castle.
I will own that castle. That castle will be my man cave. And I will play my Nintendo Switch in this castle.
Yes, absolutely. Nintendo Switch 1, not Nintendo Switch 2. So, all right.
Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that fucking shit. Yeah, throw that in the fucking water. But anyway, we're going to end it right here. But glad you guys had a good time. Again, we'll start doing this more regularly. And it looks like me and Philly are going to stream again on Friday. But yeah, ping us all on Outer Heavens if you decide to stream it yourself, Phil. Yes. Full permit, absolutely. Throw your stream up if you do get the game and you decide to stream Morrowind yourself. I would fucking love to watch that. And then watching someone new to the game actually play it is a great fun. Loot and Firemoth is so good you will be able to afford a Switch to. Is what. So, all right, take care, guys.
Bye, everybody. Good night.
Have a good night, everybody.